all, welcome to John's Model Making. Today we've got the Lancaster bomber, stages 39 and 40. So we need the undercarriage and first motor that we put together, just like that, because we're going to be testing this. And we need the second motor as well. Yeah, we're doing all the work with the 3 volts, that's fine. We did have problems with the supercharger, but that's all been resolved now. So hopefully we won't have any problems with this, because I think we do need AA batteries, 3 of, so there should be a bit more power in it. Anyway, let's have a look at stage 39. Okay now, stage 39, let's have a see. Testing the propellers, the battery box and circuit board are supplied. Excellent. Now I have had a look through the instructions. We connect both engines up to connection M once we've got the battery in place, so it's always that connection, and we use K1 mostly. When we come to do the undercarriage, I think we use K1 and K2. Yeah, there we go. One at a time, press the small buttons K1 and K2. And that is it, completed work. And there's the rest of the magazine. B.29 Super Fortress, won't mind building one of them one day. And your next set of parts, 3 propeller blades, back plate, front plate, dome, shaft rings, cogs, assembly block and screws. Excellent. So without further ado, let's get on with the build. Here we have the parts, let's get them out. There we go, battery box and circuit board. Let's get some batteries in there. There we go, got 3 Duracell batteries. Okay, so we'll connect the battery box up to G, which is that one. Let's get the first motor. There we go. Right. This has got B on it, and like I said, it goes into M, just like that, and we press K1, which is this button. Oh, switch it on first. Does work. Only works if you switch it on. Right, let's get the propeller on. Oh, there we go. We're first time again now. Works anyway. Okay, let's give that another whirl. There we go, brilliant. Once it's all lined up, it seems to be working perfectly alright. I do have to make sure that this is central as well in here. Now you can see mine is pressed tightly together, so it should be fine, that. There we go. Excellent. I just hope they give us something to keep these propellers in place as well, because it should be facing me rather than up to the ceiling, because it will just fall off. Excellent. Just before we go, I've connected all these missing pieces as well. That piece at the front here, this air intake here, and this back piece here, that just clips into place. They're all nicely in place now. Obviously we've got screw holes here, so this lot will have to be connected up. This will get connected up to the wing anyway, won't it? Yeah, so that's brilliant. So we can test this again now. So we know the motor's working fine. Pop the propeller on. There we go. But you can hear it knocking a little bit, because it's not fully happy, that propeller being in that position, because obviously it's very, very loose, and it shouldn't be that loose really. So we do need something additional onto there, whether it's a friction plate around here as well. I don't know, but at least we know it's working. That's brilliant. Excellent. Now in the instructions there is some advice to follow. If your propellers do not spin, check the batteries are fitted correctly, ensure that the motor housing is not fitted too tightly as described in issue 36, step 1. You may need to remove the nacelles to access the screws that hold the motor housing in place. And 3, check the alignment of the central shaft. The cog should be in the centre of the opening in the nacelles. Also check the position of the header tank and the supercharger, as if they are not properly positioned they may foul the shaft. But we've done all that. My little concern is I could feel this getting a little bit warm under here, but anyway, it works. So let's try the undercarriage. Okay, we have the undercarriage. We need J, which is this one, so we'll plug this into M. There we go. Switch that back on, and again we'll try K1 and K2 for this. Oh, that's gone down. No, it's not fully retracting. Right, is there an obstruction there? Right, that's something else I need to have a look at. Okay, don't, just give me a minute. Okay, don't, let's try that again. So I need K2. Right, that's fully coming out. Simply because I've detached the doors. Remember these little arms with the ball joints on? That fits onto there and there. So there is an obstruction there. I don't know whether it's a lack of power or because it's bringing it up, so that should be fine. So I may have to have a look at this, the doors, them springs on the doors, because there's nothing else. They're quite free. These ball joints. Switch this off. Okay, no, I've connected this door up. Put that ball joint in place. Now that does come up, but you can see it's a bit skew away for you. It should be like that there. Now that is where it should be, I believe. I know that's not fastened together, closed up here, but anyway, let's see if it goes down alright. Yep. And it comes up alright. But yeah, right, maybe a spring problem this. Okay, now, as you can see, my door, this door here, is really misaligned. This one isn't too bad, so I'm going to have to be looking at this door and that spring and see what the problem is with it, because I think that is why it's not closing up properly. Okay, now, right, switched it on again. Let's try it again. It doesn't fully come up, but I don't see what is causing the problem. I think it might be just a lack of power, basically. It might be just because we've got a tester board more than anything. Obviously it comes up without the doors attached, but the doors look perfectly aligned. If I push it into place, obviously that one gets kicked out of place, but you can easily press it back. So there you go, there you see, and I think, there you go, that easily goes there. But I think it's just a power issue more than anything. I'm not going to worry about it at this moment in time. Right, we'll try the propeller now. So we need to connect A into there. Switch this back on. This should. And K1 again. There we go. Excellent. Let's put the propeller on. There we go. First time, no problem. It's pretty quick as well, that. Okay, now, so I've had a look at the undercarriage. Now, what I did find was one of the two of these pins on the legs was slightly out. So I've pressed them in again with the pair of pliers. And I've also, as you can see, it's not fully closed yet. I've been tweaking these springs, especially on one side, on this side, because this one was well out. Now we can switch it on and test it again. Keep it there. There we go. So that fully drops it. And there we go. But you can see this door is slightly out. And I think it's something to do with that spring. This one seems fine. I can push that there. Now it'll be slightly off that there now. But you shouldn't have to do this, to be honest. Now it probably won't come out now. There you go. This one is stuck a little bit. So if we open it up, there we go. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it on the wing spar and see what happens, because I do believe as well that some of this plastic is out of alignment yet. Obviously we need to connect it up. There's lots of screws to pop into place. There's two there, and there's 6 along here. I've not looked at the instructions for the next issues, but that's what I'm going to do next, because it is, there we go. Now I know it's got gravity working for it that way, but it's also got gravity working for it this way for going down, but not for going up, and that is what I'm left with, like that. You can see the gap. It should be fully closed really, but this one is slightly out as well. This one is better than it was, but it does look a little bit twisted. So like I said, what I did is the spring in here, remember these springs here, the clip springs, I tweaked them. If you tweak them too much, it will go too far out. Rather than take the spring out and tweak it, I think the best thing to do is actually replace the spring, ask for replacements. As you can see, that is not 3 bad at all. That it's a lot better than what it was. And there we go. But it might be better once I get the get on the spar, the wing spar. But you can see how it's out there. But that is the same. But that is very even, whereas this side isn't. You know, but I'm not going to start filing down flaps. Anyway, there we go. So that is stage 39. Okay, now we have stage 40. We have another propeller, the second propeller. There we go. 3 propeller blades, back plate, front plate, dome, shaft rings, cogs, central cog, propeller spinner, assembly blocks, AM and AP screws. So we'll pop this together. There we go. Excellent. Carefully turn the assembly over and fix a back plate. There we go. So that is what we're left with. Excellent. Rest of the magazine. Lancaster KB944. That looks brilliant. On the raids on Essen, March 1942. And your next set of parts, starboard wing frame and assorted screws. Excellent. So without further ado, let's get on with the build. Okay, let's get the parts out. Okay, those are our parts. So first off, we need a propeller. We need 40, which is 40A. We need 40E. And we need 40F. We do this for all 3. So move them out of the way. Don't want them ruining the focus. First of all, we need 40E. Now this does go on one way. It will go like that. There we go. You can see that. That's how that goes. And then 40F will go on one way because it's D-shaped. There we go. You can see that is D-shaped. Yeah, brilliant. And the propeller blade is as well as, so it will only go on one way. There we go. Let's press that in. Right, let's get that pressed down. There we go. That's better. I think it can go in a little bit further. That. There we go. That's how that blade should be. You can just see it protruding out a little bit. Excellent. Now there is a little tab here as well. That needs to be upward. So when we pop this onto the block, you should be able to see the tab. Where's it going? So, wrong way around. There we go. There we go. You can just see that tab. So make sure you put it in the block like that. There we go. That will get it positioned correctly for when we do the rest of the build. Now we have two more to do now. There we go, those are the three blades in place. Excellent, all in the blocks. As you can see, a little tab at the cog end here. It's got to be faced up and it's popped into the block like that. Excellent. Right, next we need 40G and 40B, and basically there we go, that will go into the middle just there. Pop that down, I think it has gone down, and then each of these blades will interlock a bit like so, with the tab up, obviously. There we go. That's how that is lined up. That's brilliant. That looks perfectly good. And then we need 40C, which is this piece, which go over the top. And we need one AP screw to capture all of that. So there are 3 pegs on 40C as well to position that. There we go. So that won't press into place and get the AP screw out. Okay, let's pop one AP screw into the middle. Now we know they're lined up correctly. There we go. Brilliant. Yeah. That moves fine. That one does. And so does that one. Brilliant stuff. Next we need 40D, which is this cap. That goes over them 3 holes, or within them 3 holes. Just like that. And then we need the spinner, 40H, which goes over the top, just like that. And then we need to screw this together. 1, 2, 3 screws with the AM screws. Okay, now 3 AM screws. There we go, excellent. Now we don't need the blocks. I don't know how tight a fit this is going to be. Let's see. Does it go on there alright? It does actually. That is feels to be a better fit that on that engine. I'll give that a test. So there we go. That is working perfect. Yeah, much better fit. So this propeller for this engine and the other propeller for the other engine. Excellent stuff. That is stage 40 complete. Okay, guys, so we have 2 propellers, and this second propeller is much better fit on this first engine. Sorry, second engine, isn't it? Yeah, the second engine. So that is definitely going with that one, because this one is far too wobbly for it. Even though it works perfect on the other engine. On this one, yeah, everything is great about it. The blades, they move around. That's fantastic. There we go. Don't move around a great lot, but you know, you can have them flat like that. That's excellent. Yep. I think this one is exactly the same, is it not? Yeah, it is. Yeah, but yeah, this is definitely looser. But anyway, there we go. It's brilliant. Now, as for the undercarriage, as you can see, you know, it is better than what it originally was for me, and that's only because I tweaked about with the spring at the side. You know what I mean, the big clip that is for the doors. Just a matter of tweaking about with it. Obviously you can't interchange the 2 springs, so my advice is, if you've got a problem with it, rather than keep tweaking with it, because it is a tough old piece of metal that as well, order a new one, you know, and let Hachette know what problems you're having with it, because it's no good me doing what I do if you can't do it as well. You know, you may even snap a spring, and that's no good. I say it's a spring, it's a clip, basically a spring clip, but yeah, I think I'll be getting in contact with Hachette, and I'll be ordering one as well, just so as it satisfies me. But once I get this onto the wing, I'm sure things will look a little bit different. I say I'm sure, I don't know, but I'd like to think that, because I have noticed a lot with these parts, they're very, very tight fit, and there's not much tolerance with them at all, and that is quite annoying, that no tolerance. You know, you've got to be absolutely exact. It's same with the little pins on the legs as well. One was only midges out, wasn't even a millimetre or even half a millimetre out, and it was just catching. And anything that stops, or as Hachette say, fouls, like the shaft gets in the way, then the motor just stops working. But anyway, see how you get on with that. Hope that helps for you. But like I say, if you have a problem with them doors, all of them spring clips, Hachette will know. They'll log it, and I'm sure if they get inundated with requests for a replacement clip, they'll start asking questions, and maybe they'll go back to the model makers and say, well, you know, what is going on here? Let's have another look at this, because it's just not working. You know, because the advice is good what they give where the engine is concerned, about the nacelles and the shaft with the supercharger. That is fine, but we've already resolved that ourselves anyway. Anyway, there we go. I hope that does help. I'll have 41 and 42 up as soon as possible. So if you did like that, give us a big thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Stay safe. Bye for now.